My kids like to surprise me with notes and art. They'll throw it in my bag before I depart for wherever I'm going. These are the latest masterpieces. This one is from my son. He drew a die, I guess. Not dice, but I guess it could be dice. I don't know, what's the jury's out on that one. There was thought. I was like, did you just randomly? He's like, no, Dad, that's you and Mom. Here's the 3 kids, and that's Frank, our dog. His twin sister, she's 8. That's not bad. Like, she looked at a stuffed animal and just recreated that. She's a bit of an artiste. She also does comic strips, so sometimes I'll get little comics that are really cool. This one came with a note. It said, I love you very much. I want you to know that I miss you so much when you leave. I don't ever want you to leave ever, ever, ever again. Love, Arrow, your #1 child. And she's got all this art stuff on the back. Those are tough and beautiful to read all at the same time. My oldest, my 12-year-old, she says this to me every time I leave. She's like, she looks me in the eye.
Follow me for more.
You throw them out the window down the highway and they somehow end up in the back seat. So. An amazing suitcase. Now, I'd like to say an expert packer. I could live for close to 2 weeks out of this thing right here. But I've traveled a lot. I continue to travel a lot. I've tried a lot of different suitcases, and this is the one that has beat them all. It's a Rimowa. Literally, if I see somebody with it, I'm like, you get it. They are incredibly sturdy, incredibly well built. If anything happens to them, you can literally drop them off at any shop around the world because they are everywhere. They will fix it on site, get it back to you within minutes. But its best feature, in my opinion, is I can just sit on this thing right in the terminal, waiting. I don't have to look for a seat. I can just plop down right on this thing. It supports my weight. Thanks, Rimowa.
Follow me for more.
A solid pair of sunglasses. You gotta have sunglasses. Not just to look cool. That's fine if that's what you're into, but I've got light eyes, so the sun is a little bit more effective on me, and it's always nice to have a pair. These are Jacques-Marie Mage, which some fancy glasses, but my wife bought them for me, so I don't know. If I'm going in, if I'm shopping for some shades, I will try to find the person working there that I think has the best sense of style, and I will try on several and just go, what do we think? And when I get thumbs up, that's usually when I will, if I'm running low, I'll go in and buy like 3 or 4 pair, and then I'm done for like a couple years. I rotate, between about 3 or 4 pair. I always keep a pair on me. I lose them, I misplace them, I break them. I'm not kind to them. It's always like the drugstore ones that stick around the longest. You can't get rid of them.
Follow me for more.
It literally doesn't leave my wrist. A timepiece, something to tell time. I have an affection, some might call an obsession, with mechanical watches. I have a number of them that I rotate between. This one is my vintage Submariner 5513 for any of those nerds out there. I always keep a watch on, even if I'm on set playing a character. I usually always pick out a watch because I always want to have something on my wrist. If I don't, I feel like something's wrong in the world. I am mildly obsessed with. I like having it. Plus, it's like really the only thing for a guy, jewelry-wise, other than if you're married, that you can really kind of get away with and play with. It's something that I will forever have, and it's Dad's watch. It's very important.
Follow me for more.
Gotta have a travel bag. In order to make sure I know it's my bag and not somebody else's bag, I like to put just a little something on it, just so I can recognize it and it won't get lost. So I've got a couple of pens that I have acquired from various shows. You might recognize that guy. That is a 1967 Chevy Impala, a little show I did back in the day. Also on this side, you've got the boys. Now it says Finn, which means the end. This is the season 5 pen that was made up for the boys. Phil Segretia, who also did Supernatural, also does the boys. He makes these up. He makes one every season, gives them out to cast and crew. So I've got a collection of these, but I usually like to put them on my bag somewhere as just a little identifier, knowing that it's mine, knowing that it's not going to get mixed up with anybody else in the airport, because I highly doubt that they were on both Supernatural and the boys. Although I think there have been a few people that have. So all of those essentials that you saw, all of that stuff goes in here, and it is over my shoulder wherever I go. Those things are all with me.
Follow me for more.
Keep making what you make. A pen. I mean, I've gone through the really nice pens, the Mont Blancs or the Crosses or all those things. Now, just a straight up Uniball Air. I mark up my scripts every morning when I show up on set. This is the pen I reach for. And I will say I've lost many of these, and I thought I was losing my mind when I realized that my kids were taking them out of my backpack and using them to write me notes, which brings me to my next thing I cannot live without.
Follow me for more.
Hey GQ, I'm Jensen Ackles, and these are the 10 things that I can't live without. Drowning out the world with my Apple headphones. I mean, I'll pick like a song and I'll be like, AI the rest. Let's see what journey this is. I'll go from like Tyler Childers to Metallica to some jazz. It just depends on the mood I'm in. You'll see I've got the small phone. This is strictly like texting and talking. It's something I try not to be glued to my face. And of course, reading, working, communicating, my iPad. I'm gonna be honest, I just watch movies on it. That's all I do. I will download all my scripts onto these. I can make notes on them, and it's always just nice to have them on person at all time. Although I am a bit old school, I do like getting a hard copy of them from time to time, and that way I can really mark them up. But this way I always have them with me. A case. No. It's what's inside the case.
Follow me for more.
There's a friend of mine, some of you may know, Jared Padalecki. He has an affinity for winter headgear, beanies, toques, if you're from Canada. I was headed to the airport and I was like, man, I wish I had one of those just so I could pull it down over my eyes and go to sleep because I am dead tired. He reached into his bag and tossed me one of his beanies. I think I've had this for a year and it stays in my bag, and anytime I'm on the plane, I can just throw it on, throw it over my eyes, and I'm out like a light.
Follow me for more.
This next one has a little bit of a story. There's no markings on it. I don't know what it is. Eric Dane sent me to his, like a facialist maybe? Dermatologist? Maybe it was a dermatologist. I don't know. Eric Dane's like, hey, you gotta go see this lady. She's fantastic. She's gonna hook you up. And she's like, you fly a lot, don't you? I can see it. And I'm like, what? There's like a road map on my face. And she's like, here, take this face oil, put it on when you get on a plane. Your skin's gonna love it. There's literally no markings. I don't know what this is, but hey, doctor's orders. Between my wife and any makeup artist I've ever worked with, the resounding note is hydration, hydration, hydration. So, La Mer, expensive, yes. Does it work? Yes. I think it does. I don't know. Maybe not perfect for me. I don't know, but it works. And it means the sea. Isn't La Mer French for the sea? God, I hope I'm right on that.
Follow me for more.
This is the latest find. It's by Manscaped. You guys nailed it with this one. This does everything I need it to. It's like highly adjustable. It can give you a fade if you need to. It can trim out some lines. This is something that goes with me everywhere.
Follow me for more.
Some supplements, some fuel for the road. I keep a bag of this stuff called Optimized Minerals. Started taking it, I don't know, maybe about a year ago. It's a great kind of electrolyte blend of good stuff. Usually it's the first thing I put in my stomach in the morning is a big, tall glass of water with this in it. And it does the trick on a multitude of levels, if you know what I mean. I always have some sort of protein bar in my bag. Usually a couple of them, different ones. Today I've got Quest. Cookies and cream's the best one, I think. I usually will always have some sort of snack in my bag in case the airplane food just isn't up to par. My favorite flavor, not a candy bar, although it kind of tastes like a candy bar, which is why I like it. I did not buy it.
Follow me for more.
I know that whatever I'm facing that day, I've got the things that I need to face it. All right, GQ, thank you for having me, talking about my 10 essential things that I cannot live without. Be sure to watch Countdown, out now on Prime Video.
Follow me for more.